What's going on, guys? Bruce Matson here, your host of Metric Scout Fantasy Football, and today we're going over our wide receiver rankings for Week 1, our top 40 or so wide receivers that we're looking to start in our lineups for this week, and we'll be doing this every week throughout the season, so you're going to want to hit that subscribe button right now. Going over these wide receivers will make you better, make you stronger for your fantasy matchups. But let's dig in here. Let's get this thing started. So the first thing I'm going to do every week with these rankings is go over the over-unders. This is part of my process, going over the over-unders and the spread. This lets me know what this game script's going to look like. I'm not going per se inside the over-unders, like I'm not locked in on that number, but I'm locked in on whether this is going to be a high-scoring affair or a low-scoring game. So even though the over-unders at 53.5, I'm just looking at it as a high-scoring game. These lines are from OddsShark, a mix of a bunch of other books, and it's from like the day or so ago when I was getting this info together. So all these numbers have changed, but they haven't changed so much to where it doesn't dictate the flow of the game unless there's major injuries that just happened. But we're going over this current information right now. One thing that helps me with this is when I have two wide receivers and I don't know which one to start and I need to make that lineup decision. I like to look at the spread and the over-under. So if the over-under is really good on one and not that great on the other, that's telling me one player's in a really good game script, potentially, and the other one may not be, which is always potential. It could always change. And then I look at the spread. Is this team projected to play from behind? Is this team projected to be up early? And you just look at that. Now, it usually helps me make my lineup decision. Usually you don't have to go anywhere else. If you just do that, that'll clear things up for you mentally for a lot of your lineup decisions. You may not even need any more of my videos after that. That's my key tip for you today. I earned that subscribe button hit just because of that. But moving on to the rankings here. We're starting things off with the top 10. When you look at projections from other sites, they are very close together from the top 10, top 12, top 15, a couple points away from each other. One thing I want to know here, Cooper Kupp, Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson, Stephon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, they're all in banger matchups. Over-unders above 50. Well, Jefferson's at 48, but again, shootouts. These guys are looking to get big-time target shares. They're going to get the workload. There's maybe some question marks with a few of these guys, but I look for Devontae Adams to get a good target share even though he's with a new team. He's got that reporter's car. CeeDee Lamb, he doesn't have much competition. There is some ambiguity there, but I believe the target share is going to be there, and the volume, the output has to be there because they got to keep up with Tampa Bay. I don't see this being a low-scoring game at all. Jamar Chase, even though he's at 6, he's so explosive. He can be up there with the top-tier guys. A lot of people have him up there with the top-tier guys, even a little higher than me, but I'm also looking at those matchups. Michael Pittman, I like him a lot this year. I like him over the long haul of the season. At 7, I might be a little high on him because I feel like the Colts are going to be up big on Houston. They may need to stop throwing it as much later in the game. That might affect his output. However, they may get up big just because Michael Pittman catches a few big passes and gets some touchdowns or whatever. So we can look at that. Keenan Allen, I feel like I might be a little low on him. But 8's pretty high when you're looking at the rankings. Good matchup, good opportunity, good quarterback play. He could eat this week. This could be his big week of the year. DJ Moore, target share. Don't like the matchup, but I'm shooting for the target share. I'm shooting for the output there. Same with Deontay Johnson. I'm looking for him to get a good route share. I'm looking for him to get a good target share, and that's why I have him bumped up a little bit. And plus the spread is there for us. They could be playing from behind. They could be hitting them with targets in the latter part of the game. Moving on to our next 10 wide receivers. Again, these guys are so close in projections. If you like 18 better than 14, go ahead and flop them. Whatever you want to do here. But this is what I got right now. And I may even flip and flop them between leagues. They're tight for me. They're tight in projections. But A.J. Brown, 11. I feel like, I don't know, but I feel like Hurts is going to soak him with targets. If I had A.J. Brown, if I went through last season and then I got an A.J. Brown. That's what I would do. That's just naturally what I would do. I would just soak him with targets, whether he's covered or not. Just throw it at him, see what happens. I feel like he has the chance to hit. The over-under's good. This is a sneaky good matchup. I said this in my running back video that I just posted, that this Philadelphia-Detroit game's kind of sneaky for DFS. So if you're playing in tournaments, large tournaments, small tournaments, and you want some contrarian options or some stacks, you may want to throw in some players from this matchup or make some builds from this matchup. Tyreek Hill at 12. I don't know what's going to happen here, but he does have the upside. You're drafting him to start, so you're starting him, and this could get out of hand in this game. It could get wild. Tyreek Hill just has that explosive ability. Same with Marquise Brown. Big time matchup here. 43.5 over under. Spread is favorable. We could see him get soaked with air yards. I love air yards, air share for wide receivers. Marquise Brown is an air yards guy. Target share should be decent for him. That should ring some numbers in. He might be volatile week to week, but that should ring in some numbers, and I'm smashing Marquise Brown whenever he's in a prime matchup every time this year. Same with Mike Evans. Air yards guy. Air yards guy gets it downfield, makes big plays. That gives him a boost for me. Brandon Cooks, he's reliable. Target share, gets air yards. Just good. Just not sexy. So I got him ranked kind of high. If you got him, you're going to have to think about starting him, especially if you got a lot of flex options or if he's your wide receiver 3 or whatever like that. Mike Williams, I bumped him up in my rankings this week. I might be a little bit low. I like him a lot. I could easily just recalibrate this and put him at 12. Put him at 11. I could easily do that. The difference between him at 16 and at 11 is maybe like this. I like Mike Williams this week. You got him? Start him. Put him in. Put him in your flex, whatever, wherever he's at. Wide receiver 3, 4, whatever you draft him at. You may want to put him in this week because if you got him, what other week are you going to start him at? He's 52 over under. We got a good game script here. Divisional rival. Where else are you going to start him at? Honestly, if you not start him this week, when else are you going to do it? Mike Williams is in a prime blow-up spot here. This could be the Mike Williams show here in week 1. Deebo Samuel, I'm low. I want to just be lower. I hate this Bears-Niners matchup. Someone's got to get the target. Someone's got to score the touchdown in this game. Who's going to do it? Could be Deebo. Actually, I like him less than 17. I like him less. And that's me being real on you with this video. I like T. Higgins better. And I got him at 18. I'm just bump him up a bit. I feel like target share could be there a little bit. End zone looks could be there a little bit. Jamar Chase is going to get the heat. That could free things up for T. Higgins. Terry McLaurin and Rashod Bateman, very similar guys. High target share guys in a low volume situation in both games. Both guys could hit due to that target share. So be interested in both. You're probably starting both if you have to. So go ahead and do it. Hear the dog in the background. He's letting you know that Rashod Bateman is God. Moving on to 21 to 30 here. We're getting a little spicy. DK Metcalf is in the house, and it's hard to stray away from him because you're chasing air yards and possibly a decent target share. And if he gets to air yards and converts on those, he could give you a big game. However, if you want safety, if you don't want to gamble, take him off of 21. Look at these rankings. Scratch him off your list or move him down a bunch if you want to be safer this week. Jalen Waddle, there's some risk here because we do not know what this offense is going to look like. New coaching staff, Tyreek Hill there. We don't know what the target distribution will actually be. Decent over-under. He could hit for us. He could hit. He could be wide receiver 1. He could get you some of that yak. He's got the potential of doing that. I like Courtland Sutton this week. I don't think he's a slam dunk play, but I think he's kind of safe. I think Denver's going to kill Seattle. I think this is a revenge game for Russell Wilson. He's going to sling the rock a little bit. They're going to let him cook in Seattle. Why not let him cook in Seattle? Think about it. He went all those years without cooking in Seattle. If you're going to bank on a narrative, you're going to bank on Russ coming back to Seattle to cook. Who is going to use those ingredients? It's going to be Courtland Sutton. Downfield, air yards guy. Might get some touchdowns. I look for Courtland Sutton to potentially exceed expectations. Michael Thomas, I'm scared as fuck about him. I keep having him higher. I keep bringing him lower, then a little bit higher, a little lower. I'm low on him. I got him at 24 here, mainly just because he's Michael Thomas, and he could do Michael Thomas things. Injuries scare me. If you'd rather have Amon-Ra, if you'd rather have Darnell Mooney, Allen Robinson is too low in my rankings. I want to move him up to like 21. Pretend there's a 21 right beside Allen Robinson. There is some ambiguity here. He's in a new offense. A lot of other rankers are lower than this on him. I had moved him up from where I previously started at, and I just keep moving him up. On video here, I'm moving Allen Robinson up to 21, and I don't care. I love the matchup of his touchdown ability, and I'm gambling on this. I'm doing the gamble. I've drafted him in a lot of leagues. Him and Cortland Sutton, I love this week. I love Jalen Waddle. They stand out. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I'm very interested in because I think this matchup's going to be very interesting here at 25. I like him better than Michael Thomas, honestly. Michael Thomas moved down. Allen Robinson, move up. Amon-Ra, move up a bit. Love Cortland Sutton. Love Jalen Waddle. DK Metcalf, risky, speculative asset. If you want to feel safe, bump him down a lot, though, because he's not safe. Juju Smith-Schuster, not safe. Prime matchup. Could blow up, could not blow up, but you got to take that gamble somewhere down the line. Same thing with Adam Thielen. There could be more volume in the passing offense in Minnesota. Where's that going to go? Where's it going to go? Should all go to Justin Jefferson because he's damn good, but some's got to go to Thielen. Same thing with Gabe Davis. He could blow up. He could hit. Prime matchup. He's been doing more in the offense. Had that big game last year. Had some big plays in preseason, but I'm going to be conservative here. However, I got him listed kind of like wide receiver 3 value. High-end wide receiver 3, which is fine. He also has the upside to hit due to this matchup here. So you may want to put him in your lineups. You may not, depending on what you got. Moving on to 31 to 41. I had to give you a little extra. I try to give you a little extra for your video. Jerry Jeudy at 31. Again, Russell Wilson's there. Accurate targets. They might let him cook. Narrative streak on this one. Devonta Smith, because he's Devonta Smith. Sneaky matchup. Might get a decent target share still, even though there's more competition for targets. Christian Kirk could get a large target share in this game. It's a slow volume game, not very explosive. That might kill his chances of being a top tier wide receiver, but if you went cheap at wide receiver in your draft, you might be looking at starting him anyways. Allen Lazard, and with the Packers. Everybody wants the Packers wide receiver. Over-under's good. Might be an opportunity for some points here. Just start him if you don't have any other better wide receivers. Same with Elijah Moore. A lot of ambiguity here in the offense, but honestly, it looks good this preseason. He looked good last year. Should step up in year 2. Decent matchup for him. And if you like some of the lower guys, go ahead. But he's getting to be one of the last of the Mohicans when it comes to those trendy young wide receivers in week 1 rankings. Mark Cooper, same thing. Target share should be there, but the volume of this game will not be. Makes him very risky. Could come out flat on you, but that target share, that workload, might exceed expectations, so he's a little bit of a gamble. That's why I'm conservative on him. Same with Brandon Ayuk, but a little different. I hate this game. I hate this matchup. I hate that he has to compete for targets. And tough competition for targets here in San Francisco. Tough matchup for the passing game. Should be a slow game. However, someone's got to score in this game. Someone's got to do something in this game. I don't have him ranked high, but you may want to think about it. Tyler Lockett, really don't like him. Really don't like him in this matchup. He might do something because somebody's got to do something for Seattle to get some yards, get some plays. He might do that, but I'm not bolstering him up. I looked at some rankings. They had him higher. I think those rankings, those projections, more based off like last year's stats, year prior stats. Usually, even when Russ is there cooking, he gives you 3 boom weeks, and that's it. So I'm not really into Tyler Lockett this week. I have him less now than what I did when I made the spreadsheet, actually. A little less now. I like Jacoby Myers. If this spread, if this game script hits above that 47 mark on the over-under, Jacoby Myers is going to eat. If that touchdown total increases this year, you could have a good fantasy asset on your hands. Big asset for the Patriots. Could get you some numbers here. If you're struggling at wide receiver and you got Myers, you may be looking to put him in. Tyler Boyd. The thing is, that third wide receiver for the Bengals is the handcuff. However, he has standalone value. He can be productive. If they want to if they want to go to the slot, especially around the end zone, he could get you some numbers this week. Hunter Renfrow, smash matchup. However, I look for Devontae Adams to soak up the target share. I look for him to just be swimming in targets. Nothing wrong with Hunter Renfrow in real football terms, but targets for fantasy that might not be there because Devontae Adams is there. I would be showering him with targets as well, so that could hurt Renfrow, but smash matchup, all he needs is a couple good catches, go in the end zone, and you know what? You got yourself a productive wide receiver on the cheap. I had to move him up there in 41. There's other wide receivers in these rankings that I don't have. If there's somebody you like, drop it in the comments. But here we go. Our top 40. Made some adjustments in the video. I always do that when I do the rankings because I'm very Bayesian. I'm always tweaking these rankings all throughout the week. So if you have any questions or if there's something you don't like, just change it up a little bit. But this is what I got. Make sure you screenshot some of these. That way you're good to go. Screenshot that over-under graph because that's going to help you throughout the week with some of your lineup decisions. Good luck this week. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. Helps the channel, and it's going to help you because I'm going to be dropping these videos all season long and then tons of them throughout the week. But I want to thank you for watching again, and I'll catch you next time.